Solo Scrooge, sending peace and blessings to you all out there. Hashtag Solo Nation. How's it going, my people? Hope everyone's well. Appreciate you all for the love and support of the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We're giving you updates on Sologenic, XRP, Coreum, Evernote, Dovu, and a lot more. Also hit the like button, that helps push the channel through the analytics and helps the channel grow. So today we're looking at the Sologenic chart, looking at the Solo chart. And as you can see, we've had this chart set up from back in 2023. And we can see throughout these years, Sologenic's been in an accumulation phase. Phase A, Phase B, Phase C, Phase D. And I believe Phase E will be the phase where we blast off and make it out of the accumulation phase. So for those that are new to the channel, we had this mapped out. And we were saying that at this time we were saying Sologenic had two routes it could have taken. But I believe that it was going to take the route that it took, where we got a spring and tested these lines to find support. Then we got a big rally to the upside. So from the low to the top of this rally, Sologenic did like a 12x, 12 to 13x. It went from about 6-7 cents all the way up to like 94 cents. And that rally literally from the low was the 12th of September 24, and the high was the 21st of November 24. So that was like a 2-month rally. We did a 12-13x in 2 months. But you can see as we went up, we had 2 powerful months of just upside. So Sologenic is coming back to test the levels, to find support. And you can see so far we've got down as low as 17 cents at the 17 cents area, and now we're trying to bounce up. If we look at this pattern, it looks like we're in a bull flag. Pattern. This is on a 5-day chart. Let's look at like a 3-day chart. You can see that we came down, found support on this line here, which is about the 42 cents. Bounced back up, got resisted at the 64-65 cents level. Came down, broke the 42 cents, came down to approximately the 29-30 cent area. Found support here, pushed back up, found resistance back at this line around the 42 cent area, came down, broke the 30 cent level, found some support at 22 cents, came back up, found resistance at the 30 cent 29 area, came back down. We broke the support on the 20 cent level area, but we got a quick wick below down to the 18 cent, and we've pushed up to right now where we're finding resistance at the 26 cent level area. I think we could maybe push back up to like the 29 cent area, 30 cent level, maybe, yeah, 29, 30 cent level. I believe we might find resistance here at this level, come down, break the 20 cent support level, and then I think eventually there's a chance we could get to the 13 cent, 14 cent level. Because if we take a look, let's get to the weekly. We take a look at the weekly. On the RSI, we're under the 50 mark. The RSI, we're under the 50, which is like the line in the sand. When we're below the 50, we're more bearish, whereas when we're above the 50, we're more bullish. Right now we're at the 43 mark level, but I think there could be more downtime. Because if we take a look at the 2-week chart, on the MACD, we just had a bearish cross. On the 2-week time frame, and the higher time frames are stronger than the lower time frames. So even if we look at the weekly, we've had a little bounce off this area before, which is like the 39 area, 37 area. which we have bounced off before on the RSI, but I'm looking for the RSI to come maybe a bit lower to set up for another big rally, maybe a bit lower to set up for another big rally. Because if we look, let me just delete this line, let me delete that line for a minute, delete this, delete that. Because if we look, when the RSI was at like just below the 30 line, we went from 11 cents to 42 cents. So that's like a 300% rally. When we look, when it was just above the 30 line, 31, we went from 8 cents to 19 cents, which was about 120% rally, 130% rally. And on the last rally we did, we went from just underneath the 30 line and went all the way up to the 95. And that's where we went from about 7 cents to the 94 cent, for the 94 cent level. So I believe we're in phase D right now, where we're having a retracement, trying to find the levels of support that's going to boost us and take us higher than the 94 cent level, back to the dollar, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, etc. I mean, we found support of these highs. But if we come down a bit lower, I think we could maybe find support here, around this level here, 13 cents, 14 cents level. Only time will tell, we'll have to keep track of that. So let's look at the daily, let's have a look at the daily. As we can see right now, the daily, we found support, 17 cents, the 18 cents level, made it up to the 26 cent level. But right now we're getting rejected by the 50-day moving average. There's a chance we could push up to the 29 cent, 30 cent level and get rejected here. But we can see on the RSI, we've had a bearish cross. We came over the 50 line, which is bullish when we're over the 50 line, but we need to stay above it and push to the higher levels. But as of now, we've actually had a bearish cross. We've fallen below the 50 line. So there's a chance that we could come back down to the 20 cent level. And if we break the 20 cent level, depending where we break it, this line could act as support. You know, we could do something like, I mean, we could bounce here. If we can't break out of the 29 cents, then we'll come back down here, I believe, get a bounce, 20 cents, use the 20 cents as resistance, come back down to around the 13 cent level, and then we'll have to take a look and see what the chart's telling us if that happens. But I believe this is a bull flag, got the pole and the flag, so it's just trying to determine how low we can actually come down before we get the bounce. And phase E will push us out of this accumulation pattern to higher levels. But I think also interest rates play a big factor in this. Right now, interest rates are high. We need lower interest rates to get the real altcoin season starting. Because if you look at the past, the altcoin seasons, the start of the altcoin seasons, the real start, have all started when we've been in a low interest environment. So I believe we need low interest rates to get the proper altcoin season started, and from there we can see the big rallies that everyone's hoping and waiting for. So my people, a quick insight to what I'm thinking when it comes to the Sologenic chart and what I feel needs to take place for us to see those higher levels. But we'll keep track of the Sologenic chart. So if you got anything out of this video, my people, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video for me. I'm Soloscrooge with the Solo News. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.